We're going to do an overview of replica Sharps 1874 rifle. I believe this model, it's made by Pedersoli, and I believe this model is the silhouette model. Bought this gun used. It's in 50/70, which I think they've discontinued some. It's not listed in their catalog in this caliber anymore, just 45/70. Bought the gun used, and it's kind of interesting, and we're going to take a little look at it. It's got the standard Sharps action, which you go to your half cock, drop the lever. The Sharps is considered what they call a falling block. We'll do that. Take a look at that there. Action. Now the silhouette comes with the pistol grip stock, steel butt plate, color case hardened. There's no fancy nose cap here on the forend, and it came, I guess, with these open sights. It has an octagon round barrel, which I believe is 32 inches long. Now this is the rear sight that comes with it, this ladder style sight here. But somebody put a globe sight on, and actually it's a Lyman model globe sight. I'm going to put a Tang sight on it here, and we're going to take a look at the Pedersoli Tang sight. There it is in the bag behind there. And we'll go over on the other side and take a look. Okay, the silhouette model also has this stock with a cheek piece on it and a pistol grip. That's a little bit different than the standard. And get this up there. We'll take a look at the action. But here, you see, I think these are the screws. It's drilled and tapped. We're going to mount a Tang sight here. And like I said, a falling block. I'll let you watch the action. What that does is you pull the lever, the block falls down, and it opens up the chamber, and you just slide a cartridge in. Then, it's going to be tricky, you push up the lever, here, and it closes the breech. Cock your hammer, and it hits the area here where the firing pin was. This has set triggers, and for those of you which don't know what set triggers are, when you pull this back to full cock, you set the trigger with the rear, and then you just touch this one here and it's a hair trigger. Or you can pull it back and just pull the forward trigger like a normal trigger. So it comes with the set triggers. I think they've been adjusted a little too fine. I don't like it. And if we look at the scroll, there's your Pedersoli 50/70, and it says right on there black powder cartridge only. And I believe this one was marketed by Cabela's. So this was sold through Cabela's at one time. You can get them from Cimarron and that, but Pedersoli makes them, and the distributors sell them. So we got this here, taking a quick look at it, and it came with the globe sight. It's a Lyman globe sight on the front. It should have a blade sight. I guess originally the way it comes is with this open ladder sight and a German silver blade sight, but that's gone. So now what I'm going to do is we'll take a look at the Tang sight, and we'll get it out of the bag and mount it here in a minute. You're going to have to forgive me for this video. I'm trying to get this gun ready to go out and shoot it, and trying to make a video at the same time, so it might not be the best video I ever made. But I bought a Pedersoli sight from Dixie Gunworks. Dixie Gunworks also sells these rifles and the different configurations of models and some of the more unusual or discontinued calibers, like this one here. I believe the 5070 has been discontinued in this model. So it was $88.50 for this sight. It's made by the David Pedersoli company. You can buy these tangent sights, or long-range sights as they're called. They can run you anywhere from $100 to $400 or more. They can get pretty elaborate. Now this model here, supposedly, it's made with a base with a slot in it, so it will fit on any of the Pedersoli sharps. Got your graduations. I don't know if you can see it on the side. Elevation. I don't know if this adjusts for windage or not on the back, but basically that's what it is. It also comes with, you got in here, I don't know if you can see it, we'll try to zoom in. In the package there are 2 wood screws, 2 machine screws, and a little washer. No instructions. So basically I'm hoping that these machine screws fit in the 2 things on the tang. I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, here we go. I believe these 2 screws are what has to be removed. Now it looks like it lines up pretty good here on the tang. You know, this heads towards the back. So I take my screwdriver. These screws here are probably just like little set screws to protect the threaded holes. And you should save all the little bits and pieces. Like the guy who took the front sight off, he probably chunked it. But if you go to resell the gun, it helps to have these little parts and pieces, little extra things be on the resale value of the gun, the original sight. I was thinking of getting an original sight and that, but I wanted to have something for long range shooting, so put the screw. Now you got 2 sets of holes here. That and then the slot for adjustment. So we'll put the screw in the rear hole. Try to get it started. Hand's acting up today. Okay, get that started. Get it down there. It lines up with the other one. Now once I get it sighted in and everything is good, we decide to keep it on there. Probably once I get it to where I want it, I'll remove one screw, one of these screws, and Loctite them into place, just so they won't loosen up on you. Because usually sight screws have a tendency to loosen up on you at the worst possible time. Like when you don't have a screwdriver handy, you're out hunting. Okay, I think, let me try to, that's about it. It is a long range sight, and I guess it locks into place there. There's your adjustments this way and that. There's no instructions or anything with this, so then the sight's on there, and I think it'll fold either down like this or forward like this. Probably when I put the gun in the case now. So that's my installation of my rear sight. I'm going to go out and try it. I'll maybe do a better video and take a closer look at the sight if people are interested. And now the only other thing I got to do now is I'm going to fool with my front sight here. And I'll be all set to head out to the range with the ammo I reloaded. Alright, the front sight or the globe sight, what they use, I have another one here. It's not on there. It's just a tube on a dovetail, which replaced that blade sight. You just tap the dovetail in. And what you do is you unscrew this part here on the sight, and there's a slot in there, and you take these little apertures, different style apertures that you get. Let's focus like this, and you can place them into the grooves like that. Drop the aperture down in, screw this piece back, and you have a little, that's your sight. And it comes in different types. Here's a Pedersoli bunch, so you can see the apertures come, crosshairs, whatever. I thought he had a Pedersoli globe sight on there, and I was mistaken. It's actually a Lyman sight. You see, Lyman sends you the sight and a bunch of little apertures in there. So luckily I bought a Lyman style sight for another gun, so I have a bunch of the little inserts. See, he left his target one in there. Basically, I'm going to put this little post insert in there. So I'm going to save the Pedersoli inserts in case I ever get a globe. And I'm going to see if Lyman sells these little things separately, because like the crosshairs and that, there's some different things you can get pretty interesting. I'm going to change that out, and now I'm ready to go to the range with my long range sight, my gun, and my reloaded ammo. So the next video on this will be shooting it.